Hello, my name is Barbara. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make for you one of our favorite entrees. We're going to make a simple quiche. Here's our ingredients. To make two quiche, we have 12 eggs. We have, of course, regular Philadelphia cream cheese, a whole brick. We have some pesto that's been prepared. We have some bacon that's been cooked and then chopped. There used to be 14 slices, now there's only 12. I won't tell you what happened to the other two. We have a box of frozen chopped spinach, and I have 4 Roma tomatoes that I've diced, and half of a package of cheddar cheese grated. And of course we're going to have 2 pie shells, and I just bought frozen pie shells instead of making my own, just to make this supper a quick, easy entree for us. So let's see if we can put these things together and get ourselves a great meal. To make the filling for our quiche, we're going to add our cream cheese and our eggs and the pesto into the food processor, and we're going to blend them up all together so that you have a nice creamy filling. So stick the cream cheese in there and the pesto. I just use purchased pesto. Sometimes I have homemade pesto in the freezer, but we've run out, so it has to get summer so we can make a new batch. We put our eggs in. I must say, I'm a little bit jealous watching some of these videos and seeing the women who are gathering their own farm fresh eggs from their backyard. I would love to have that as an option. But instead, I lovingly selected these eggs from the refrigerator case at Superstore. So we'll just continue putting eggs into our mix and we'll blend our filling. So the first thing I always do when I make a quiche, before I put the filling in, is to keep the filling from soaking into the bottom of the pastry and making it too soft. I always put my grated cheese down first. So like I said, I have about 250 grams of grated cheddar, and I'm just going to put a layer of that on the bottom of the pie shell. That'll just melt up and bake quickly in the oven, and it will, like I said, make sure that the eggs don't give you a soggy crust on the bottom. It helps just to keep it nice and crisp. So I'll put some of the cheese on the bottom, not all of it, because we don't want to decorate the top with the cheese too. And now we're going to add in the vegetables and the bacon. So here's some of the tomatoes. You can see the tomatoes if you like. I've sort of half-seeded them. And it's about 2 tomatoes per quiche. We love vegetables in this house, and I find it's a great way to get those extra vitamins and all of the extra flavor, of course. Then we have our frozen spinach. So throw some of that in. It's been thawed and drained to get the extra moisture out. If you like other greens, you could certainly use chard or kale in here as well. We've done that, and it's always a delicious addition as well. The amount of nutrition in this quiche is outstanding. Between the dark greens, the leafy greens, and the cooked tomatoes, you are getting a powerhouse of an entree here. This is a great way to eat a healthy meal. Now we have the bacon, and we're going to put in a fair amount. I have one daughter who's a vegetarian, so she won't want any bacon in her portion, which makes me think that I should put all of it in the one that I'm going to eat. But I won't. I'll restrain myself and maybe just put it on half of this one. And we'll cut her a piece that doesn't have any of the bacon in it. There we go. And now we're going to pour our filling on top. The cream cheese is worked in nicely. Oh, I just spilled it all over the edge. Look at that. There we go. And then we'll top it with the last little bit of cheddar. Any of the cream cheese that hasn't fully blended in will just melt in as it bakes, and will add to the creaminess of this fantastic quiche. So we have our cheese on top and the filling all assembled. We're going to bake it in a 375-degree oven until it is set and golden brown on top. I have 25 minutes to wait or so until my quiche is ready, so I thought I'd catch some of this beautiful fresh air and read a good book. See you in a few minutes. Our timer has beeped. We've taken the quiche out of the oven and they are gorgeous. For presentation, it doesn't need much else. They're just gorgeous as it is. The pastry is nicely golden brown. The cheese is all melty and getting crisp on top. We have some kids who fight with me over who gets the crispy bits. We're just going to put a little bit of fresh cracked pepper on top. And really, that's all the garnish it needs. The Philadelphia cream cheese has made it a rich and filling and fluffy center. You can see that it's risen nicely. It's a big full quiche. Now this recipe does make 2 decent sized quiche, so if you think that might be too much for one meal for your family, don't be daunted. If you wanted to have the recipe, you could. But I would suggest making both of them. Have one for supper tonight and then serve one for breakfast later in the week with some hash browns and a little bit of toast on the side. Tonight we're just going to serve it with a simple side salad, maybe some steamed vegetables, and it's going to hit the spot for sure. So I hope you try it, hope you love it. Happy cooking!